This is a video of photos and video clips of the Kokoda Track. In particular, it's the conditions of the track itself. Kokoda is a 96-kilometre track over the Owen Stanley mountain range in Papua New Guinea. It's typified by lots of ridges, hills, mountains, valleys, and conditions on the track vary enormously, as the photos and video clips will show you. Apart from the track conditions itself, you're also dealing with high temperatures, high humidity, and potentially rain. We started walking from the Kokoda end through to Oa's Corner.
He's on the way. He's on the way.
I'm sure he started. Boom.
There are many sections of the track which are quite flat, whether it's passing through villages or around the side of a ridge or across a valley. But these are intermittent, and most of the trail is either up or down. Some of the track is reasonably easily walking, and then you start to get into areas where there are rocks, clay, or roots, or crossing streams or bridges. So we're just slowly climbing up this hill, almost to the top. We're probably doing a step every second. There is a lot of climbing, sometimes just for short periods, other times for periods of 20 minutes to 2 hours. The slopes vary from gentle to extreme. You can be walking on a 70-degree slope for an hour.
Got the shot, Tommy?
Yep. The lowest point on the Kokoda Track is 340 metres, the highest point 2,190. You can expect on a worst day to climb 1,250 metres, but you will climb about 6,000 metres over about 6 to 7 days. It's not just the steep climb which is critical, it's the fact that you often have to step up quite considerable distances or step down considerable distances, and just walking stairs or walking hills as part of the preparation is simply not sufficient.
Maybe?
Yeah. Good stuff.
Having to push hard with the poles. You've got to watch out for the clay, because the clay can be very, very slippery. So you have to keep finding the right foothold and then using the sticks to leverage yourself up so that you're safe. And here we are now up with Gibson. Okay, so I want to show you here how high the steps are. You're coming up using your poles. You've got this problem that you've got to push yourself up with the poles in order to get the leverage. Walking down is actually much more difficult than walking up. You've got to be very careful you don't slide on the clay or trip over the roots or the rocks. and so therefore the pace going down is probably more like 1 step every 2 seconds.
Rồi. Okay, so we have to watch every step going down. 1 second of lack of concentration and we'll slide. We could twist an ankle or break a leg, and so therefore the going very, very slow, and this happens all the time as we're going down. Gibson in front of me, he's showing me where to put my feet, and I'm stepping sideways. I call this the Gibson shuffle. Okay, so this is clay, very, very slippery when it's wet, and even when it's dry it can be very difficult to navigate. You can see lots of big steps. It's easy to slip. You have to take your time, look at where you're putting every foot. Sometimes necessary to turn around, face the other direction so that you're getting the angle right. Use your sticks a lot to make sure that you don't slide. As you can see, you need quite long sticks coming down these sorts of slopes.
The most difficult sections of the track will be those covered in roots, tangled roots which are difficult to walk across, often slippery because of the rain, and very easy to trip and fall.
Land hard on your knees when you're coming down, so always sideways, and then have to turn around. Take it very carefully because these stones are very slippery. You have to walk really slowly there. There you are. You are to be congratulated. You made it to the bottom.
There are a lot of sections of the track which are covered in mud or clay. Whilst this is particularly difficult to walk through at any time, it is particularly difficult after the rain. Some of the muddy sections of the track have logs laid down on them that you can walk across, but these also can be tricky, particularly after a heavy dose of rain. There are sections of the track which are actually walking up the creek beds themselves. Then there are many streams to cross, sometimes walking through the water, sometimes across rocks, sometimes across logs or across bridges.
Fantastic. Time for a swim.
Walking the Kokoda Track is an incredible experience, but training and preparation are critical.